Hi, welcome back. Last time we checked out Band-Maid for the first time ever. When I say it's been on repeat in my mind, I mean just that. I cannot get the riffs out of my head. And going back and editing my last reaction, I just found more and more to fall in love with. I just posted my reaction. The excitement around this band and this music has been incredible. So today, we're checking out a new group, The Warning. This comes from a suggestion in the comments section from my Band-Maid video. So, if there's something you guys want me to check out, please drop it in the comments, and I'll be sure to get to it. But as I mentioned, today we're checking out The Warning. I don't know much about this band, but I do know it's a trio, and the song we're checking out today is a live performance. Like I said, I don't know much, but that's the best part of this. So, let's get into it. This is The Warning and their song, Disciple. Oh yeah. Ooh. I'm gonna raise the volume on that. So far, high energy, but it's almost like a controlled energy. And just the smile on the drummer's face just puts a smile on mine. Just shows me how much fun she's having. And that was an interesting start. I wasn't expecting those kind of vocals. Oh, that's awesome. Ooh, I like that riff. All right. I'm going to pull up the lyrics, actually. I'm curious to see what they're saying, but in a live performance, it all kind of like melds together. So let's see what's up. Interesting. All right. I have the lyrics pulled up. I'm running it from the top. The sun is your enemy today. Have you heard the news that the world isn't ending? It's starting again, but all the non-believers, they keep on pretending. The sun is your enemy today. You love to look away from the face of your vices. Embrace them instead, and welcome yourself into the new modern crisis. That's interesting. The line, the sun is your enemy today, it makes me think of someone who's sheltered, who kind of shies away from society, or maybe has a negative outlook on life. And then, have you heard the news that the world isn't ending? It's like a cynicism. It's like someone preaching that the world is about to end, but it never does. This line here, maybe you guys can help me. You love to look away from the face of your vices, embrace them instead, and welcome yourself into the new modern crisis. That almost sounds cynical in and of itself. To me, it's saying you try to look away from the things that make you feel good. Is that right? Your vices, your drug of choice, doesn't have to be actual drugs. Embrace them instead and welcome yourself into the new modern crisis. We know there's a modern day crisis of just drug abuse and just an overconsumption problem in general, in my opinion. So it sounds like she's saying embrace the vices and get lost in them. You know, become another statistic, maybe? Let's keep going. It sounds so good, just them three. Oh. Oh, what a riff. I love that. Okay. Kill the system, kill the man, strip the power from their hands. I can get behind that. Talking about a broken system, it's no use, get rid of it. Kill the man as the metaphorical man. Those in power, those who have such control over our lives, you know? Your eyes will bleed as you stare at the screen. So, kind of speaking of all these distractions that we have in society, television, YouTube, TikTok, scrolling, just the endless doom scrolling that we have all found ourselves in. Whatever generation you're a part of, we've all been there. And then finishing that off, you shall remain inside your space. It reminds me of Warning, the band-maid song that I reacted to. The idea of not becoming complacent and not staying in a little box, defining who you are and what you do for the rest of your life. So if you stay staring at the screen, you'll remain in that space. You'll stay distracted. Awesome. Let's keep going. I can hear the crowd. That is dope. I love when the drummer gets in on the vocals. And it makes sense. If they're a trio like this, you don't typically see many bands that are just three people. But I could think of Nirvana, Rush. There has to be more. But they all tend to carry a little bit more weight in the band. So to see these vocals, and they're so clean, she might be my favorite one so far. Let's keep going. Woo! Damn, this is awesome. What a live performance. All right. The sun is my enemy today. I'm running from the misery like there's no tomorrow. Let's share it with them and show all the world that this life isn't borrowed time. Damn. So there we go. I'm running from the misery like there's no tomorrow. The misery of the box, the misery of the man's rules, the misery that we all find ourselves in, trying to live a life that's not ours, but a life that we're told we're meant to live.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
She threw me off. But yeah, not just kind of preaching to the world not to stay complacent and to live your life, you know, outside of that box, experience the world and all it has to offer, all the love and joy and pain that comes with it. That's what it means to be alive. And it's not borrowed time. It makes me think of how people who have these religious beliefs live their life in accordance to what their afterlife will be, you know? So they're almost investing this one life that they have here on earth for their next life. And to me, all due respect, it just doesn't make sense. To me, we're here to experience the universe. I'm not a religious person, but I think there's so much beauty in the idea that, as Carl Sagan once said, maybe not in these words, but he said that we are the universe evolving itself to experience and learn about itself. And that idea is just so beautiful to me. And there's so much connectedness between us all in that idea. And he's not wrong, you know? He's not. Let's keep going. Wow. The lyrics and this little breakdown. That's awesome. What a show, man. That must be so dope to be there and like to have been a fan of theirs and then see this kind of performance. My God, it looks so fun and memorable. Swimming with the fishes till they drown. Oh, so just moving along with society until they're just no more and you've not done anything with your life. Love is just another excuse we rely on, palpable but hidden in the sound. Let me know what you guys think about that line right there. I have a few ideas, but nothing concrete. Hate will always be a good friend when the sun goes down. I could think of that in a few different ways. So, hate being a good friend in that darkness when the sun goes down. When you're in a really low place, sometimes it feels good to let the anger out, to blame, to point the finger, and that anger, which generally can be an abstract feeling, not towards anybody. But when you hate, it's kind of implied that there's a target for that anger or disdain. So when you're in a bad place, that anger kind of becomes your best friend, your weapon, or your crutch. It really just depends. Another way I could think of it from a more rebellious standpoint, when the sun goes down, when things are dark, when it seems like there's no hope, sometimes anger, sometimes that hate, aimed at the right targets and used correctly, can be a tool of change for the better. But it's such a double-edged sword. So interesting, very thought-provoking. Let's take this to the end. Inside the space of ignorance. Oh, man. Badass, badass, badass. Such a exclamation point on the song. Just to clarify at the last second, it's the ignorance that's the space. It's willful ignorance. So when the non-believers are actually the ones who don't believe in the system, the non-believers are the ones that are going to rebel and run away from it and kill the system, kill the man, and strip the power from their hands. Amazing song, guys. This suggestion came from TWA Forever. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Excellent choice. And just for that, I'm going to do your other suggestion, Evolve. Please subscribe so you don't miss that video, which will come out tomorrow. Thank you everyone for clicking on the video and checking out the reaction. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. It lets me know that you guys like these videos. And of course, the algorithm loves it. This has been a fantastic experience for me. I love finding new music, and it's been a long time that I opened myself up to these new experiences. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to thank you guys every single video. Get used to it. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Peace.